Raiders Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Bucky Irving. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield on play action. And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. 23-yard line.
He was brought down by Miles Murphy. A gain of 5. First down, Buccaneers.
They'll run the draw with Irving. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 5.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Irving. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They'll run it. Here's Chase Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And Burrow going to change the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jamar Chase. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
for it on fourth. And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting on 15? Fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say they punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and 8. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Another run for Brown on second down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
15-yard line.
11. Hey, can.
On first and 10, here's Brown.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think if they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
He was brought down by Jordan Battle. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield now from the 50.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Mayfield looks to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Kenneth Gainwell, his intended target, but it'll be second and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop it behind the line. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Egbuka in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for two here.
The Bucs will set up for the two-point conversion.
They'll throw now on the final play. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Here's Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
3rd down, here's Brown.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line.
An audible here to get a new
No
look.
gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 40.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
An inside give, Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Irving. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Baker going to give it to Irving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They defer to Brown to start the drive.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 empty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him the first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a give left side, Brown with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here we go. 11, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
26-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Mayfield to throw. Dancing to his left. That is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Now 1st and goal. Irving.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
At the 1-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And all in all,
pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end.